here today. It's a bit more than that to try and at least come second in their group. Not that they would go through because Mozambique already solidified that spot. But what type of pressure are they under?
Well, let's talk about defensively wise what they have to do, because they are talking about a team. You're playing against a team that not only were the finalists but haven't conceded a goal so far in this tournament. They scored against a very, very strong Botswana team as well. So they are a well-oiled machine. As much as they are small in size, these girls know how to get the job done. But attacking-wise for Zimbabwe, they just have to be more composed in front of goal. They can create chances. It's just about, are you able to take them?
Now, I want to jump in on that wagon in terms of Lesotho. We know that last year in their campaign, they were debutants in South Africa in the December competition, and they literally made their way through to the final, scoring 17 goals to the running up to that final and only conceding 2. So what does that tell us about Lesotho, and are we going to see the same thing here today?
What it tells me about Lesotho is that defensively, very strong, attackingly, very, very clinical. So I think and I wholeheartedly believe that they will adapt that nature of scoring goals and defending into this game today.
Now, Hafeni, in terms of Zimbabwe, we know the best place they've finished at this competition is beyond the group stages, finishing in 4th. Will they have that in the back of their mind, as most of these girls did not play in that 2020 edition, so they would want to just redeem themselves, like we said, at least with a win in the bag, in seeing that they might not make it all the way through to the semi-finals?
I can tell you now that 4th place is not even in their minds. They are trying to create history right here by qualifying for that semi-final spot. What they have over that squad is more cohesion. And they haven't been playing soccer for a while because of, off-field politics. But now they're here. It's an opportunity for them to showcase their talent on a big stage like this. And what perfect opponents to do it than not only the log leaders, but the previous previous finalists in Lesotho.
Now, Lovisa, in terms of the likes of Zimbabwe and Lesotho, looking at their formations, what do we know from these two sides if you look at those formations, and what type of gameplay are we looking at?
Like I previously mentioned, the system that Lesotho wants to implement is a 3-4-3 system, which is very much an attacking system. Likewise with Zimbabwe, they have a 4-3-3 system, also a very attacking system. So it just goes to tell you that both teams equally want to secure their spot into the semi-finals.
And from your side, what do you make exactly from these formations, and what can the crowd and the fans back at home watching online look forward to in this match?
Man, I'm very much interested in seeing how Lesotho, because if you see the lineups that were presented here, it's very, very attacking. With Zimbabwe, it's technically the same. It's the same 4-3-3, the traditional formation they go up. But I'm expecting a more evenly tactical game. But my question is, can Zimbabwe exploit those spaces left behind by Lesotho? Can they get the runners through, since they don't have Genti now on the team? Can we have more runners beyond that defense to see if they can exploit the spaces and gaps, those passing lanes, those through balls? Can they get that final pass? That is my question to Zimbabwe today.
Pressure on from Hafeni in terms of Zimbabwe. Now, Lesotho's coach, Andreas, will definitely be having a sturdy message heading into this first 45. Lovisa, if you were in his shoes, what type of message do you give to the girls heading into this first 45?
I'll also just remind the girls that, ladies, we just need a draw to get to the semi-finals. And let's just try to maintain the way that we played against Botswana, implement it in today's game, and then everything will go smoothly for us.
Hafeni, in terms of Zimbabwe and coaching Glovu, if you were in Glovu's shoes, except for the message that you just voiced to us, what would your personal message be to the girls if you were standing in that changing room?
Be brave. They are warriors for a reason, or gladiators in this case for a reason. I look at players like Mapua and Mayanduki. These are players in the first game that were really running the show with Genti as well. speak to them to just have more cohesion in front there, off the ball runs, make sure that you are clinical in front of goal. So I'm happy to see that they are here. I can see the team spirit when they're warming up here. They look relaxed, they look calm, they didn't look like they were pressured. But for me as the coach, I would have said, guys, just do what you need to do. Just be tight at the back. And as long as it's 0 for us, the chances of us winning the game is way higher.
Now there's 11 players on the pitch on each side, but there's one particular player that always needs to stand out, and that's the goalie. We've seen it so many times in this tournament where the goalie came to par and had to rescue the situation more times than often than not. Talk to us about the importance heading into a match like this where a draw is needed for Lesotho. How important is that goalkeeper for them?
Lesotho's goalkeeper really needs to come to the party. She needs to be present, she needs to be in the moment because much is expected from her. Like I said, 3 attackers from Zimbabwe will come to her and she must be ready to get those balls if they present themselves.
Now, Hafeni, the likes of Zimbabwe on the opposite side, having in the back of your mind as a goalkeeper, this team, Lesotho, they were debutants last year. They scored 17 goals all the way to the final, and then they're back here. They've scored 1. They are looking for more. How do I defend that as a goalkeeper?
Well, as a goalkeeper, you just make sure that you're first of all protected by your back line. You are the first person that can see everything. So good communication. You just have to have good communication with your defenders to ensure that all the shooting space is blocked, all the shooting space is covered, and they track all this third man running that Lesotho is known for. Because if you look at Molete and Makathete and Lopez Lepolesa, these players are very, very clinical in front of goal. And I remember in the last edition when they were playing, everybody underestimated this Lesotho team. I think after the first game, Zimbabwe is not one of those teams that will underestimate them, and I think they'll be prepared for the game today.
Now, Lovisa, I know defense, very important, forwards, very important, but a midfield is the driving engine of what happens on a pitch. How critical is the midfield going to play in this match today?
I think the likes of Soana from Lesotho, they are going to have to be there because, like you mentioned, like the midfield is the engine of the game. If they don't play, then there's no football at all. So they need to be present, distribute those balls through to the wingers, come from the wingers and play inside. So basically, we expect a lot of work from both ends in terms of the midfield work.
Now, Coach Afeni, in terms of Zimbabwe on the opposite side, the same scenario applies. It's not just going to come down to the goalkeeper, the strikers and the defenders, but those 3 midfielders up in the center of the field. How much pressure do they have on them to make sure that this, whatever the coach's philosophy is for today and target is, that it's applied?
Regarding the midfield, there's that number 1 rule. If you control the midfield, you win the game. So regardless of the tactics of the coach, the 3 of them have to be wary because they are outnumbered in the midfield, 4-3. And it's all about now positional, as maybe they will try and sort it out by having an attacker dropping into the middle to stop that 4. But as long as they can win that midfield battle and get the ball, progressive passes to the attackers, I think it will be a good day for Zimbabwe.
Now, in terms of the first 45, Larissa, what are we looking forward to in this match in terms of just that your prediction and where this might be going? Is it going to be a tight affair, or is it going to be a loose and attacking type of a matchup up front?
It's going to be a very high contending game. I mean a high contending 45 minutes. But I believe that with the advantage of having 4 midfielders, Lesotho will secure a 2-0 lead in the first half.
2-0 for the likes of Lovisa. Now, before we ask you, Coach, just another look at Group C's log standing and what is happening with them. Of course, Lesotho currently leading the affair with 3 points, with a goal difference of 1, but they've only played 1 match, while the likes of Botswana already already played both their matches and they are on a goal difference of 2 with 3 points as well, while Zimbabwe finds themselves at the bottom of their log with 1 match played, a -3 as we mentioned, and 0 points on the log. So in terms of the likes of Zimbabwe, first 45 minutes, what is your thoughts? What happens here and what are your predictions?
Let me tell you something about this Zimbabwe side. They're not afraid to attack. So I can see them scoring goals. The only question is can they defend? And that's the question that we're there. This is the biggest game so far of the tournament. This is basically a quarter-final where it's winner take all. And I'm expecting to see a very, very entertaining game from both sides.
Very entertaining indeed. Of course, fireworks expected here in midday in the heart of Namibia, Windhoek's capital, at the Hage Geingob Stadium. Just a friendly reminder to our viewers, if you're not in the vicinity of Hage Geingob, don't miss out on all the action. NBC2, of course, the likes of NBC Plus, FIFA Plus, and Kusafa TV. We do cross over to Michelle, who's standing by with...
A very good afternoon to you, from wherever you are watching us from. Welcome to the final fixture of the group stages here at the Hage Geingob Stadium. It is Malawi, rather Zimbabwe, taking on Lesotho. And this one, I am not alone, Michelle Shapange, and I'm joined by none other than Setson Eshidimba here. Very good afternoon to you, Setson. Thank you. How are you feeling in this one?
Good afternoon, Michelle. Definitely exciting times. I mean, we are talking about the last group stage match, but also, as our analyst said earlier, it could be a quarter-final type of match as we see a winner that might take it all in this very match. So it's quite exciting times, to be honest, Michelle.
Absolutely. Now here are the teams about to walk out. In fact, here they are. Lesotho, led by their captain there. That is none other than Boiteklo Molise, the 15-year-old, the number 12. And then Zimbabwe headed out by their captain, that being rather Alicia Nichoko, who plays for Platinum Royal. She's the captain for this one, back again for this fixture. Referees for this encounter, Maduva Luveng from yesterday's game against Namibia versus that was Comoros. Now the teams with the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Lesotho. And now the national anthem of Zimbabwe.
We are off.
Come forward. Come forward.
Lesotho here taking on Zimbabwe for this encounter. And just looking at that lineup, a few changes from last time. Mateboho Sihlele there, the forward, not starting today, as well as Mamosa Romotla. That one being one of the replacements. Hope Ramabitsa coming on for Mamosa Ramatlo, the number 20 as well. Just looking at that lineup, or rather that tactical lineup there, Setson. Maybe just, that's a good formation, 3-4-3?
Yeah, definitely a good formation, but looking at the previous lineup where Molise, their captain, was playing up strike, now I see they've moved wide, but somebody to watch out for there would definitely be Soane in the middle, as well as Moletti, who scored their previous goal. So yeah, definitely a team to watch out for. And based on the previous game, Lesotho are quite a tricky opponent in the heart of midfield. That is.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely there. Referee Maduva Luveng, assisted by Esnat Mula of Zambia, as well as Family Mulewa of Malawi, leading proceedings for this encounter. Looking at this lineup now by Zimbabwe, a few changes as well. Marian Tanya Radoza, Granty there, not starting today this time around, as well as Rosemary Makanela, the defender, is also not starting. Rather, they are replaced by Zunura from Faith Drive Academy, as well as Natasha Claris, who did not start last time, but she's starting this time around. They are opting for a 4-3-3 formation, Setson.
yeah, definitely a 4-3-3 formation there with their captain Shinyoka looking to be in the heart of things there in midfield. From this formation already, Michelle, you can tell that Zimbabwe won't be holding back at all. They will be going all out for the attack. So yeah, it will be an onslaught from Zim from the onset. So yeah, it should make for an exciting first half, to be honest.
Absolutely. Now we're about to kick off here at the Hage Geingob Stadium. Just a reminder that if Zimbabwe lost last time there against Botswana, Lesotho just need to win this one. 6 points for them in the bag, and they're automatically going through. Zambia as well as Malawi, the two teams that are already through, as well as Mozambique. So, will it be Lesotho going through automatically, or will Zimbabwe produce some sort of comeback here, sitting currently on 0 points, and still get those 3 points? Perhaps they will need to score a lot of goals here. Setson?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, a 3-0 win or a 3-0 margin should see Zimbabwe going through to the next stage. So yeah, these matches come up with various surprises. I mean, Zim knows just how important this game is for them, you know. So they could be going all out as well to ensure qualification to, that is, the semi-final.
Absolutely. Anything is possible in the game of football. And here we are underway at the Hage Geingob Stadium. It is Lesotho taking on Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe here going straight for it. Just that cross in straight to goalkeeper Linneo Resenyalo. And definitely I'm sure Zimbabwe, as it looking more of an attacking side. We saw them against that game in Botswana, unable to score a single goal, but here it comes now. What a wonderful strike onto goal there by Captain Chinyoko.
Yes, definitely a good attack there by Zimbabwe, not wasting time at all, with Mapua going down that right wing, taking on some players. You can tell that this Zim team is really up to it this afternoon.
That was just Coach Lindiwe and Globo there on your screen. And now this corner kick here for Zimbabwe. Will Zimbabwe be able to capitalize off any of these set pieces perhaps? Well, we will see. Taken there by Kumalo. Trying to find Chinolo there again. Just way above the cross bar. There she is, Coach Lindiwe and Globo. sure. Yesterday we saw that matchup here against Namibia, the host taking on Comoros. Exciting, dramatic game, we would call it.
Definitely a high-scoring game there, but obviously Namibia scoring the goals, but unfortunately not enough to see them advance to the next stage, that is.
Here comes Lesotho now, just offside here, Lepolesa. And I mean, Lesotho, I mean, one of those teams with a fairy tale story in this tournament. They debuted last year in South Africa and went all the way to the final. And they also are yet to concede a single goal. That's certainly an offside there.
No, definitely. Oh, wow. Look at the attack there.
Here comes Zimbabwe going for a just. That should be a goal. Seemed like it was over
Definitely
the line.
A goal.
It's a goal here for Zimbabwe. Goalkeeper Isabella Nyakuchena just perhaps way into the box. That's a goal here for Zimbabwe, scored by Maya Manyunduki. She has put Zimbabwe ahead here. In the very early minutes of the game, just have a look at that again. Got the ball very well. Could have probably surprised herself there because goalkeeper Isabella Nyakuchena there sitting. That certainly is a goal.
Yeah, no, a wonderful goal there by Manyunduki. I mean, the goalkeeper, I think, just not watching her line there. Definitely catching the ball, but from the other side of the line, unfortunately.
Can Lesotho do something here? Here comes Tabeng with that one. Looking for her teammate, but it's taken up now. This pass in here, beautiful stuff. And it's with Soana now. Well, taken up by Zimbabwe, the number 11 of Lesotho.
Michelle, I can tell you one thing. When a coach concedes, or rather a team concedes a goal in the first 5 minutes of a game, your tactics that you prepared for this game are out of the window. So you better hope that you had a plan B. Because I can now tell you that it's definitely game on.
Yeah, because it means you did not do something right from a tactical point of view. But Zimbabwe here looking like the stronger side in this few minutes. Here comes Zimbabwe now. That's Tundue there on the right. Was looking for Kumalo, but unable to pick her up. And Lesotho definitely feel relieved here. Now here comes Soane. Loses it, and it's picked up luckily by Hazel. Now Lesotho here really scrambling at the back, looking a little bit properly organized, Lesotho, this early in the game.
Yeah, I know.
Of the back line.
They definitely haven't gotten a hold of the game yet. They definitely haven't got into the game yet, but yeah, they need to just stabilize the game, to be honest, and you know, just knock the ball around, especially in the middle of the park, just to get a grip of this game.
Absolutely. And now Zimbabwe still pressing. Wonderful kick in here, just unable to pick up the likes of Manyunduki. And Zimbabwe, when you say you never rule it out. And here is Manjukuthi now, just a foul there. Oh, I think the sloppy type of play from Lesotho really could be costly to them. They managed to pick it up here now. Here comes an opportunity for them to break. And there she comes now. Probably looking for Lesotho there. Goalkeeper Nyakuchena with the kick in. This is thrown now by Ramashamole. Picked up now by Soane now. Going for it. And to get that run in, but it's well taken away by Gladys. This is a very wonderful, would turn out to be one of the most, probably the most competitive group out of the entire groups we've seen. But going to the last day, it means that's some good football we're witnessing here. Lovely run in here by Ramotla. Ramotla with a wonderful pass to Zinora. And just off target here, Lesotho.
No, definitely, Michelle. I mean, a win for Zim could see this group end with each team on 3 points, and that just shows you how competitive this group was. So yeah, we're definitely in for a spectacle here today.
As they say, it's not over. Now, Zimbabwe yet to break. It's opportunity now with a chance. Mashi is fouled by Saboka here. And that should be a corner for Zimbabwe. So giving away some of these opportunities can be dangerous, especially at the back. So to have to be careful. They have not conceded a single goal, Lesotho, yet until now. Not goal coming from Zimbabwe in this tournament. They've beaten Botswana 1-0. And in this second game, as it stands, that fortune is over now. And this one's going to be taken up by G. Mapua. This free kick. G. Mapua now with this one into the box. Straight for it, just over the cross. And now it's still here. Perhaps Zimbabwe pushing for it. It's well picked up now. Gladys saw it but unable to really keep it in play. And now, Lesotho chasing after it here. It's well defended by Zivinore here.
That was definitely a wonderfully taken set piece. Obviously catching the keeper unawares there, and the crossbar coming to the rescue, that is of Lesotho.
Indeed. And now Lesotho, you can tell, are trying to break, but really failing to get past this strong midfield, you'd say, of Zimbabwe. And I think Zimbabwe would have to keep that momentum going, that tempo going, perhaps get another one. Lesotho, here they come. It's the ball in the middle of the park now. Now Shoane with a wonderful pass here to Lepolesa, but and a foul. So that should be now a free kick for Zimbabwe. It's taken up by Hazel Kanyara. Here she comes now. Straight to, well, I think that should foul on Puleletso. She's up though. She's up. She earns a free kick for Lesotho as well. Lesotho now pushing, trying to get one back, but unable to. It's picked up beautifully here by the captain, Alisa Chinyoko. And that's a wonderful chance here for Zimbabwe now. Goal scorer Maya with this one. Still going here, Maya. Wonderful stuff we are witnessing as it goes straight to the goalkeeper. Just opportunity Mugute there. Gets it straight to the hands of Resegnalo. Maybe he has to learn to be a little bit more decisive. If you looked at this lineup since in the beginning, this is how you thought you would turn out.
Well, yeah. So far, it seems when we saw the first game that Lesotho obviously played, I mean, we definitely thought this would be a walk in the park for them, but it's proving to be quite a difficult game for them now at the moment. I mean, look at that free kick that is by Mapua, and that was very, very close from her, yes. And Yeah, it seems Zim is really trying to explore their wing play. And there they go again with Mapua.
There's a good chance here for Zimbabwe. Wonderful strike we just saw from D. Mapua there. Just power on it, maybe just not so precise. That shot. Mapua really proving to be a dangerous player for the Lesotho defense. That should be ball out of play. That's a goal kick for Zimbabwe. You are watching the final game of the group stages here of the COSAFA Under-17 Girls Championship. Coming to you live from the Hagegingop Stadium. It is Zimbabwe taking on Lesotho. And so far, that's a mistake there from the goalkeeper. Would be costly. The ball just stuck, and it's picked up by, and wonderful cross in here to Maya. We should go for it. Great stuff by the goalkeeper there. Linero Segnano coming to save the day.
No, definitely. She was very much aware of the danger that was coming, and she came out to save the day for the team.
Lesotho now breaking here with a wonderful chance to strike. But it's just forced to. It's picked up by, and she just, Soana just goes straight to the goalkeeper. Maybe not too much strength on that strike from her. Now, the ball still with Lesotho here. And there they come now. Really now pushing forward. Lesotho here. And that's an offside. Katlo now will, this is an look at back on this one, definitely offside there. And now, can Zimbabwe break up this one? Opportunity now here. Well taken up, but it's picked up by, well, Chikumalo saw the chance, went for it, but maybe not the best shot you would put on goal. Now, gotta be careful now here, Lesotho, making a lot of sloppy mistakes at the back. This is turning out to be an intense match. Zimbabwe now with -2 goals. We do need more goals here. Here now comes that's a miss there from Maya Manyanduki. Was a good chance for her on goal. Wonderful header. Just misses it here.
Michelle, I can tell you that Mapua could prove to be the difference for this Zim team here. I mean, she seems to have the left back in her pocket there. I mean, what a nice cross from her there. Unfortunately, the striker was just that is offside, but she must be happy because I mean that was an easy chance to score, but she missed it.
Absolutely, Zimbabwe is certainly playing some wonderful football here, and this one's now with Natasha Claris. Looking for Mapua here. Mapua just picks it up and unable to keep it. It's well defended.
Yeah, and you can see that ball position there, saying it's 52% in the favor of Lesotho, but many might argue because it seems that it would seem that Zimbabwe have been in a lot of possession here.
But that's football for you, isn't it, Setson? Sometimes it seems like that, but maybe the stronger team isn't always the one with the most possession, trust me. That's certainly out to be the case here in this encounter. This wonderful strike now in 4. Well picked up by Nyakuchena. Says no. Now, Zimbabwe can break here. Well defended, well taken up. Now, Lepolesa going for it. She's up against She's up against Natasha Claris here, and she gets a hold of it. Opportunity tries, and she gets it. Here she comes now, opportunity. Maybe not the best pass from opportunity. Lesotho really struggling to get those crosses in. Get wonderful passes, but unable to really finish them off. And still going for it here. That should be well blocked by Kumalo. Here she is, finds opportunity. Opportunity loses it to Natasha Claris. Now, that's a goal kick for...
I can tell you, Michelle, this is a very, very fast-paced game. Quite end-to-end stuff here from both sides, to be honest. But so far, Zimbabwe still seems to want it more, you know. I mean, they still need to score about 2 goals in order for them to advance to the next stage here. So you can tell why they are in some quite of an urgency.
Indeed. And that's the foul there. So, Lesotho with this free kick will be taken up by Puseletso. Can they capitalize of this one? Really have to keep pushing forward here if they want to. They want to keep their hopes alive. Ensure that they solidify that semi-final place. Lesotho. Wonderful strike in here. It's well picked up by Molise. Molise now finding Molete. And here comes. Wow, she loses it here. Lucky enough, was not picked up by Maya. I should say credit to. Should give some credit to Lineo Resegnalo, the goalkeeper of Lesotho. Really, really very brave.
Yeah,
and she goes out for those blocks.
Yeah, no, she seems to be playing sweeper keeper at the moment. I mean, if you look at that ball, just very, very tight offside there. But yeah, the goalkeeper was on her toes and ready to come save the day again for her team.
Maybe just trying to redeem herself from that mistake. And that goal that was scored by Maya earlier on. Nearly 20 minutes gone here. Both teams really pushing forward, but Zimbabwe with the upper hand. They are leading 1-0. Goal coming in from Maya Munyunduku. And this one just falls straight to the hands of Isabella, the goalkeeper. Lesotho are still pushing for that goal. The more goals, the better for both of these sides. And this is a very risky here. But it's at least well picked up by Sabo. Coming up to save the day. And now, can Zimbabwe utilize the opportunity here by Maya? Wonderful strike in there. Got a wonderful pass in. And Maya Munyanduki has scored again. 15-year-old from West Riding Girls has doubled the lead for Zimbabwe.
Indeed, a beautiful goal, a beautifully crafted goal there. That is by Zimbabwe. I mean, look at that play, look at that pass. And Maya taking one, no touch at all actually, just a shot in her stride. That's indeed a beautiful goal to make it. That is 2-0 in the favor of Zimbabwe. It's now game on, Michelle.
Absolutely. Now they just need one more goal to keep that going, because as they stand now, it is -1 goal in terms of goal difference. Definitely eyeing that goal difference here, and they are playing really well as it stands now. Zimbabwe 2, Lesotho now at this encounter at the Higher Geingob Stadium in Group C. Now, Lesotho trying to push forward. That's well taken up. And they're still going for it here. Zimbabwe stars captain Chinyola here. And that shot in by Mapona. Ooh. That's a wonderful strike on goal there.
That was close by Mapua, Michelle. I told you Mapua could prove to be the difference in this game. So, yeah, no.
And you must say she's been doing some wonderful stuff here. That's about the third one she has striked onto goal. Not so lucky.
Yes,
Getting
but
at
also
the back of the net, but dangerous stuff.
yeah, but also a beautiful display of her skill there on that flank.
Indeed. Zimbabwe certainly with the upper hand in this one. Just a reminder that also it is pre-entrance in this encounter. Final game of the group stages. If you'd like to make your way here to the Higher Gingop Stadium, you can do so. It's always better to watch it live from the stands, but you can also catch us from the comfort of your home on FIFA Plus, Kasafa TV, NBC2, as well as Kasafa's YouTube channel. And now Zimbabwe breaking here. Looking for a great opportunity for Mapona. She scores! Said it, she would get. Her luck would come, and it has certainly done so. She's been pushing for it. Finally, she gets her goal here, dear Mapua. One of the youngest, if not the youngest player at this tournament. She's only 12 years old.
12, and
12
she's doing
years
such
old.
enormous things on the
Legends
wing.
Academy, and
Wow.
she's done that.
Wow.
Wonderful player.
Michelle, I told you that Mapua might be the difference in this game. It is now game on. Look at that ball. I mean, such composure there, and the finish just as beautiful. It is now 3-0, and I can tell you, as things stand, this could see Zimbabwe advancing, that is, to the semi-finals of this competition, Michelle.
We're seeing some dramatics, and that's what football is all about. Lesotho just unable to keep it up here. It's well picked up by the goalkeeper, Isabella. I must say, Zimbabwe really going for it here, ruthless, and they're attacking, and it's so evident. Stands 24 minutes gone here, and Zimbabwe in the lead by 3 goals to none. So it stands. They have 0 goals and goal difference now, Zimbabwe. 4 more goals that they need to score, and you can tell that they're definitely eyeing that goal difference here, Zimbabwe. This free kick now for Lesotho will be taken up by Tato Molete, and here she comes now. Just all taken away, fallen to captain Chinyoko. I think the problem for Zimbabwe is the fact that they do not have as many goals.
Yeah. It will be interesting now, because if it ends 3-0, you need to remember that Botswana is on +2 goals, you know, and Malawi will now be on a negative goal difference. So it will depend whether we'll be doing a head-to-head or goals. Yeah, we will definitely be looking at the head-to-head, which will complicate things in this group.
Well, head-to-head is the rule here, so we will have that advantage, and regardless of that goal difference. We always look at that head-to-head, so at least we'll have that in their pocket. Have defeated. And now, Zimbabwe can break here again. But still picked up by Mapona. Well defended, well defended.
So Michelle, what I was saying is that if all of them are on 3 points, yeah, this will see Zimbabwe on head-to-head being a better team than that is Lesotho. However, Lesotho would be a better team on head-to-head
yes,
against Botswana.
Because they have beaten Botswana 1-0 already.
100%. So it would probably have to go down to a different ruling at the end.
These are the type of dramatics we talk about in football. Why we love football? It's because of moments like these, where you are sitting and saying, who will go through? We're already sure that Zambia through, topping Group B. Sure that Malawi is through. topping Group A. But Group C just proving to be a little bit more dramatic. We almost had a similar situation with that Group A game, Namibia taking on Comoros, but Namibia just needed one more goal to go through. And they failed to do that. Mozambique instead now being the third team qualified for the semi-finals. This is what it's all about. And now we're about to head back on. We just had some injury scares. And also looks like we're seeing some early substitutions for Lesotho. Preparing. We're seeing some changes coming on here very soon for Lesotho. Looks like we'll be seeing Mateboho come on. She started that last game, but not this one. Looks like she'll be brought in very early. Wonderful stuff we are witnessing here at the Higher Gengop Stadium. And now this ball here picked up by Captain Chinyaka, but falls to Lesotho. Great stuff now. Here comes, oh, he was trying to find Molete here, but lost it. Mapo now going for it. Will she find Maya? No. Well defended, but also this type of defending, great, but you can make a slight mistake and it's picked up by somebody like Maya, and Maya is not the type of player you'd want to make a mistake like that with. She was started in the back of the net.
Off comes jersey number 20, Mamosa Ramotla. On goes jersey number 9, Mateboho Netili. Off goes jersey number 17, Hape Ramabita. On goes jersey number 3, Kefeu Lebita.
Here you have it, some changes coming on here. Mateboho, Tichlele there, the forward, coming on. Last time she started, but I think maybe Coach Shemaila Andreas really realized that she should have started again this time around. Just a confirmation there that Ramabita is also now off. And the Bita now, Kapua has come on for Lesotho. And now Lesotho to break now. Newly substituted player with this one. And here comes wonderful strike, just wide. Bongiwe Lepelesa, 15-year-old from Melele Ladies. Well, it looks like she was saying, I might as well just go for it myself.
No, yes. I mean, with 3-0 down, you know, sometimes you might be running out of ideas. And yeah, she definitely decided to take the shot on there. I mean, Michelle, we've only played 30 minutes and Zim is already leading by 3 goals, that is to 0. Entertaining stuff here at the Gengop Stadium.
Cross in here. Oh, if Mateboho or Siklela got to touch that, might have put her team, might have given her team a goal here, but it's fell straight to the hands of Isabella. Now, Zimbabwe have been a little bit more quiet compared to those first few minutes. And now opportunity with this opportunity to and she is fouled. Here comes a wonderful opportunity for Kumalo, but it was well blocked. Foul there, the penalty box. But referee said play on. Zimbabwe really going for it. Throwing out here for Zimbabwe. Another one for them. This is a Tundue. So this throw in for Zimbabwe. Well picked up. Now, really, she is something. Mateboho, the newly substituted player, pushing forward. That's a good Soane. Soane now with this into the box. Just Couldn't find Epolesa there. She was looking for it. Maybe she was going for it herself.
Yeah, Michelle Matebogo definitely seeming to make immediate impact there. Taking players on, something we didn't see Lesotho doing in the first 25 minutes. So yeah, great impact by her there.
Absolutely. And you never know. In the game of football, anything is possible. Here comes Lesotho now. Pushing forward. Well, fell to Lepalonsa, but she lost it. And Captain Chinyoko really has been busy in that midfield, I must say. Mapua not picking it up here, the 12-year-old. Going for it. Here she comes now. Will she get a goal?
What a goal!
She has scored again here. The 12-year-old. What a goal there by Di Mapua. And it is a double for her here in this encounter. Oh, this is turning out to be a nightmare for Lesotho.
No, what a play there by Mapua. I mean, I told you that she might be the difference, and as we're speaking, she's on to 2 goals. Michelle, I hope the Ongos ladies as well as Nampower ladies coaches and scouts are here, because this is definitely a talent to look out for.
That should be... Wow. Great stuff we're witnessing here. As it stands, Zimbabwe with 1 goal in terms of goal difference. Lesotho trying to break now, but really that's where they struggle the most. Can they get something out of this one? Well, blocked. The defense of Zimbabwe is absolutely solid. And you can tell on the likes of Hazel Kanyara there, making sure that the ball does not get through. An opportunity with wonderful chance now. Straight to Lineo Resegnalo there. Could have been a great goal. Now, Zimbabwe having a ball in those first 33 minutes of the game. We'll certainly be going to halftime with some sort of ease. Getting some deja vu from yesterday's. Just have a look at that goal again. Wonderful strikes, just slots in the back of the net here. 12-year-old Di Mapua with her 2nd of the game. Hit, oh, it did hit Alicia, or rather Sabaka, but she gets the job done. Now, Lesotho trying to still get something out. Yes, and that's a foul on Tiklele. She has been trying to really push the team forward, get those crosses in. Leflolo, on Tiklele, pardon me, but just unable to do anything. And we have a yellow card here for Hazel Kanyara on Zimbabwe. And a free kick for Lesotho. Just have a look at that foul there on Matebogo Tiklele. Should have been. Well, they capitalize up this one and will be taken up by Tato Molete. She comes now. Strike into the box. Really no one to pick it up here. It's just, that could have been a bit painful there. But Zimbabwe now breaking here. Mapua coming for it. Here comes Mapua now with a wonderful chance of goal. And here she comes again and she scores. Mapua with a hat-trick in the first 35 minutes of the game. Wonderful stuff we are witnessing. 12 years old, you have a hat-trick before half-time.
I mean, we are talking about somebody that could get the golden boot. That is in one game. I mean, look at that ball. Look at her. The composure shown there. Left, right, no difference. First attempt doesn't go in. Second attempt, and it's a goal.
And it's also talking about the way she stayed so composed under pressure, knowing that she's going up against the goalkeeper. First time there, goalkeeper says no, comes for it again, and she just slots it home. That's what it's all about.
Definitely beautiful stuff there by that is Mapua. Definitely a talent to watch out for, I must say, Michelle.
Yes, as it stands here at the Hagagengop Stadium, in this final game of the group stages, Zimbabwe with 5 goals to 0 against Lesotho. We do have a player being carried off the field. Went down a couple of moments before that goal was scored. You do not want to see that those injury scares in the first half. But hoping that she will be okay. Meantime, she's being attended to. And now, Zimbabwe still breaking here. Maya also has been a little bit more quiet this few more minutes. That is Maya Manyunduki. But Mapua has definitely been the player. Here, this cross in from her didn't really achieve probably what she was eyeing for. And now, Setu still trying to get that goal for half time. And that is Suane there, going for it. Couldn't pick up really anything. Now it's a throw in for a team probably done by and now can they get something out of here, listen? They cannot. Well, it's picked up. Captain Chinyoko just getting those blocks in. And she's been doing an incredible job, really. Here she comes again. And now this is a time for Lesotho to break now, and it's well taken away. Well defended. It's what you want to see. And I think that's the importance of being able to do well in both aspects of the field. Sometimes the team is performing so well up front, but then the defense is lacking and it's sloppy. But with Zimbabwe, they're doing so well in all these areas. The ball gets to the back, great blocks in from this defense. In the midfield, composure. And then the forwards getting into the back of the net. I think that's, as a coach, is all you want to see.
No, definitely a balanced setup by Zimbabwe, and the balanced performance by Zim there from the front, attacking and defending from the front, and having a rock solid setup and defense at the back there. So definitely well set up by the coach there. And like I said from the onset, it seems like the Zim team is really geared up for this match, and they know exactly what is at stake, and they're going out for it here.
Absolutely. Now here another player. This time around it's for Zimbabwe and carried off the field. And this tomorrow will be a rest day for all these players. Happens that they qualify for the semi-finals. No games tomorrow, only on Friday. And that should be Chitsa Kumalo there, being carried off. It's thrown here for Lesotho. Lesotho now, this one. Almost nearing half-time here. And Zimbabwe in the lead with 5 goals to 0. And just also, Tiklele of Lesotho, after falling down, will not be returning to the field. It will be a blow for Lesotho, really. Captain Chinyoko here going in, manages to keep it. And here she's trying to find just over the bar there by Opportunity.
Substitution for Lesotho.
Yes, that's a blow for Zimbabwe, really, for Lesotho. I mean, they just brought on Mateboho Siklele. But unfortunately, after going down, she's unable to continue. And now, she will have to be replaced by Palesa Ratsane, coming on now.
quite unfortunate there because she seemed to be very geared up for the game as well, taking players on, and yeah, it's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, she really was going up front for them, and now that's really a blow for, should be a blow for Lesotho. And this is a wonderful play here. Just unable to keep it in. There, Lepolesa. That's what it's all about, football. The dramatics of Group C. You would say every team has beaten every team now. Botswana there losing to Lesotho 1-0. Zimbabwe losing to Botswana 3-0. And now Zimbabwe in the lead now. Here comes Mukumala now. Just scores! And it is 6 here. Goal number 6. Coming in by Chiza Kumalo. She has scored here. 16-year-old plays from Posa, the midfielder. And she has scored. Just looking back at this goal. Wow.
No, that was definitely well played there by Zimbabwe. I mean, it's 6 goals to 0, and it's still just first half.
It is 6-0 here at the Higher Geingob Stadium. First half. Dramatics, 42 minutes, now 43 minutes gone. We'll be finding out how many minutes added for extra time in terms of this first half. But Zimbabwe is still pushing forward now. It is the goal scorer with it here, Kumalo. Here she comes now. Well blocked there. That is by Soane. Soane here finding, nearly substituted in Labitsa. And it's well taken there by Kanyuru. Zimbabwe really aiming for that qualification. It is on now with plus 3 goals now in terms of goal difference. Zimbabwe, they're eyeing that goal difference, and they're definitely on the right track.
As it stands, Zim is 3 goals plus. But remember, they lost to Botswana, who's only has a plus 2 goals. So it's an interesting group, I must say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As I said, everybody has lost to everybody in this group. Fair play, you must say. Everybody getting a loss. I think that's fair, you can say, in the group stage.
No, definitely. I mean, free kick there. Look at that build up to that.
Free kick. This one will be taken up by just Basmapor. Will she go for it herself here? Star player with 3 goals already in this one. First half hat-trick. Fouls, confirmation of 4-3. And here she comes now, straight into the box. Oh! Would have been 7th there. Went for it, Apo.
I mean, look at that build up for that 6th goal there. Play starting in the middle.
And I mean, wonderfully by the goalkeeper there. Picked up by Maya. Maya there too.
And it looked like it flicked off of her hand.
Yes.
If you look at that.
And the great thing about her is that she knew it was going to the back of the net. The moment she left the goalkeeper behind, she kind of had a smirk on her face. She'd say that, well, let me go and celebrate, because that certainly should be a 6th goal. And she's done it. And there comes it out now. Chinyoko here was trying to score some world-class super strike. Would have been an incredible goal here by the captain. And I must tell you that Zimbabwe are certainly having a blast in this first half.
Michelle, could we see another 10-0 here today?
Perhaps, but also, let me tell you something. In that game yesterday in Namibia versus Comoros, we've said the same sentiments. We said, you know, they were going to come back because they had so many goals in that first half, but in the first half, second half, just slowing down and unable to really produce as many goals as they did in that first half. So we'll see, but it's absolutely possible if Zimbabwe can keep up with this. And also, this we cannot rule out last year's runners-up in terms of scoring goals. Yeah.
Great skill there by Soane.
Yes.
To get out of that tight situation.
Also keep it in the hands of her team. Hands of a throw in here. And now, Lesotho going. Just Lekreto there, trying to get it in, but well, definitely relief there for Isabella. And with that, final kick of this first half, Zimbabwe with the absolute goal galore here at the Hakagingo Stadium. A hat-trick from the young lady, 12 years old, being Dee Mapua of Legends Academy. She has must be feeling really good in this first half, but as it stands, it is Zimbabwe 6, Lesotho 0 in this first half. Maybe just from your side, yes, Setsen, is it what you're expecting to see? This much
No, definitely.
feast of a goal?
I watched the first Lesotho game and I thought they were definitely favorites for this one, but Zimbabwe coming out to surprise all of us here by stunning Lesotho with 36 of the very best in the first half. What a beautiful display of football. We'll definitely be, hearing from our analysts to see, of course, what it means in this group stage to have all three teams on 3 points and every single team having beaten the other in this group. Quite an interesting group, Michelle.
Absolutely. Do stick around for that halftime analysis as well as the second half to see who will be going through in Group C of this COSAFA Under-17 Girls Championship.
First 45 minutes done and dusted. And what a match for Team Zimbabwe. I think nobody is more surprised than Lovisa. Lovisa, are you okay?
I'm a little bit disappointed. Can I please have a moment to just let everything sink in?
I'll come back to you. Fanny, talk to us about your impeccable team's performance.
This is great. No one expected this at all, not even myself. Like, I want to take credit, but I honestly thought that Zimbabwe were obviously going to score goals, but 6!
6?
Yeah.
Lovisa, are you okay now? Can we have a chat?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. How are you feeling after the first 45?
I was expecting better from Lesotho, but they didn't deliver. It just shows that they don't want this semi-final spot as much as Zimbabwe wants it, because you could see it from the get-go that Zimbabwe really wanted this one. Even having scored a goal in the first 3 minutes of the game just shows that we wanted more, they wanted more, and you could really see it. There was really a lack of cohesion and combination play from the side of Lesotho. There is no link-up play between the defense, the attack, and the strikers.
Where did Team Zimbabwe capitalize the most, Hafeni?
Well, remember when we were doing the build-up, we saw that it was a very attacking formation from Lesotho, but I did allude to the gaps, and the question was to Zimbabwe: are you able to exploit those gaps? Which they did, because there were so many gaps that Zimbabwe exploited, and they took the opportunities. I mean, the front three were exceptional, especially with the number 10, who was the number 7 in the day, playing right behind them, providing the through balls. It was beautiful to see.
Beautiful football indeed. Talk to us about maybe just the defense from Lesotho, or the lack thereof at this point in time.
I really have to say that the defense were not at the party. I do, however, think that number 6 really tried her best, but she was not getting the support of the left centre back, the left back and the right back. And as a team, you cannot do it alone. You can only do so much.
What did that early goal, do you think, do to Lesotho's confidence at this point in time?
It really demoralized them. You could see that they lost confidence, motivation, they lost interest. So it really broke them psychologically, and that's where Zimbabwe capitalized and made sure they got more goals and made sure that they have 6 goals at the end of the 45 minutes.
Coach, in terms of that early goal, what do you think that did for Team Zimbabwe? I mean, 5 goals later and we're looking at a 6-0 at halftime.
It was exactly what they wanted, and as you can see the goals, as you can see on your screen there, how they went in. It's not lucky goals. This is well constructed goals. They are playing with so much confidence, and I can tell you now, as Zim, they didn't expect Lesotho to be this disorganized, and now they are reaping all the rewards, and they are connecting the passes, giving the through balls. The front two, especially now Mapua and Manyaduki, they are scoring goals for fun, and I expect them to continue, because they know for a fact that Lesotho is a team that can score goals. Because if you are watching the game, you can see that there is somewhat of an intent from Lesotho, but Zimbabwe cannot sleep. They cannot sleep on that, and they should just make sure that they score even an extra 6 just to make sure
that it's sealed.
Yeah.
Now, Lovisa, in terms of the changes, I see that, would you say that Coach Andreas went into a bit of a panic mode and trying to fix things in that first half? We've seen him made 3 changes now at this point in time.
Yeah, he did try to bring in our number 9, and I don't think that number 9 understood the tacticalness of this game, and he had to replace her again, which was also a good thing, because you are trying to get goals, so you need to make those changes if need be.
How crucial are those types of changes going to be right now? As Lovisa alluded to, the number 9 came on. She was there momentarily and immediately took off. A bit of a quick adjustment by the coach needed there.
I question the coach now, because now why are you making changes to a winning side if you're coming in to a crucial game like this against Zimbabwe? And if the player was fit and ready to play, why was she starting on the bench? Now, if the player is injured and you're bringing her on, this is the things that you're going to expect. She's not obviously going to understand what is required from her. So it's a bit weird. That's a weird one for me, that you are changing your winning formula. So we'll take it from there.
Lovisa, in terms of the likes of Zimbabwe, from your point of view, where did things just, except for that combination up front, have things gone right for them? We talked about the midfield early on in the build-up to this match. Do you think that's where a lot of their power has been generated from, and the momentum has been given from there?
I think it's the whole team, starting right from the goalkeeper, the build-up play together with their defense, and obviously coming into the middle with the captain really taking charge in that middle and giving those balls through to Maya and to the number 7 on our winger, just to get into those goals. So it's an overall expectation and performance from the whole team.
Now, touching on the goalkeeper there, how crucial is it for Lesotho's goalkeeper to basically clear her mindset at this point in time during halftime and come back and really try to step it up? Because I mean, that first goal, we even had a debate on the sideline whether or not that goal was in. Was it over the line? Was it not over the line? Unfortunately, we do not have goal line technology here. So how does that mentally affect a goalkeeper at a tournament and a level like this?
I mean, it's very much unfortunate that the goal went in that way, because it kind of set the tone of the game. But besides that, it's the defenders that are letting the goalkeeper down. Like, you know, too many times that these people are split open and they're leaving her in a 1v1 situation. There's only so much a goalkeeper can do in that point of time. As you can see, most of these goals were scored in close range and uncontested. It's just 1v1 with the goalkeeper. So she probably did pick herself up, but we would never know that because there was never a fair opportunity for her to make stops, or at least the defense to say, okay, take a shot from far. The defense is pressurizing the opposition to take shots from outside of the box. It's always from close proximity. So I think the coach has to now, at least, if you want to, you know, build the confidence of the goalkeeper, at least by try to defend the goalkeeper or protect the goalkeeper by organizing your defense. This back three is really detrimental to Lesotho at this point of time.
Now, Coach, just talking about how detrimental that back three could be for Lesotho, as we see on your screens, of course, the goals attempts from both these sides, 2 to 17, and one of those attempts from Lesotho being on target, while 11 from Zimbabwe has been on target. Apart from that, they've fairly been very much closely contested, or even, if you like, even up until the point of possession, they've been 50-50. So would one say at this point in time, Lovisa, that Zimbabwe is utilizing their possession better and getting more opportunities off it than what Lesotho is doing? Or is Zimbabwe's defense just insane at this point in time and hampering that of Lesotho's attack?
I would say that Zimbabwe is really using their ball possession rightfully, as they should. However, the likes of Lesotho, on the other hand, are not using it to their advantages, because you can see there's a lot of imbalance when it comes between the attackers and the defenders. However, with Zimbabwe, there's a lot of teamwork, there's a lot of combination play, so you could see that 50% ball possession is really going to good use, because now the goals are coming.
So just confirmation here from our producers is, of course, Zimbabwe are currently topping the table, but Lesotho are second as they've defeated Botswana in that opening match of Group C. And it's a bit of a complicated scenario at this point in time, but I think the leaflet that Zimbabwe will take from this opening first half is to perhaps stay on track, as you said, Hafeni, and try to maintain that top lock position. And Lesotho on the opposite end will need to claw their way back to try and salvage what has been lost in the first half.
You know, like I find it a bit funny, because when we started this show production today and we stood here and I was saying, we were questioning the coach because the coach made changes. And then I literally said the last time we stood here and we questioned the coach, it was 10-0. And now here we are in a situation, similar situation to what we were yesterday. The team going into halftime with a high goal scoring, the coach knew what they wanted. They analyzed Lesotho and they knew what they needed. And Zimbabwe now is leading with a very high score. As for Lesotho, the coach has to have some tactical changes. I don't think there's much the players can do at this point of time. He just has to use his expertise to try and pull this team together, because whatever is happening at the back is kind of killing their opportunities going forward.
Lovisa, in terms of Lesotho, what's the thinking going into the second half? As I say, a lot to claw back on. 6 goals is the difference at this point in time. And all they need, by the way, is a draw at this point in time.
I mean, it's really difficult for Lesotho to come and get that 6-goal margin. So at this point, all they need to do is tactical changes that they need to do. I think they need to bring back one of the midfielders, going to the back, and have 4 defenders moving forward, and then we'll have a 4-4-2 system. That's the only way that can work for them as we stand right
Final
now.
predictions. Quick, fast. 3,
Maybe
2,
7-0.
7-0.
Yeah.
6-6. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that would be very
maybe
dramatic.
12-0.
12-0 for obvious.
Who else? Zimbabwe.
Obvious. All right, all right. There we have it, of course. 45 minutes to go till the last 90 is called, and the result is done and dusted. So we'll catch you after that first 45. For now, it's over to Setson and Michelle in the commentary booth.
We're about to kick off here for this second half and this encounter. Lesotho taking on Zimbabwe. We also wonderful weather conditions we're experiencing here at the Haging Stadium. Not too cold, not too warm. It's clouds are out, a little bit more out today compared to the previous days. And some wonderful predictions there. Afeni saying he's predicting a 6-6 perhaps. Setson, is that even possible in a game like this?
Well, the Lesotho I saw in the first half doesn't look like a Lesotho that can score 6 goals. I see Zimbabwe going on to score more goals here through Mapua. I mean, like I said, quite a complicated group here, but what Zimbabwe can do is score and score and score and leave the rest in the hands of the analysts to decide who goes through for this game.
Absolutely, and as it stands, Zimbabwe are top, but Lesotho are second as they defeated Botswana. Bit complicated, this group, to be honest, but once it's the initial calculation is made to determine Zimbabwe is top, then we have to run the head-to-head rule again. Right, we are underway here at the Haging Stadium for this second half. Those 6 goals coming in, and here comes now Zimbabwe from Maya, coming in straight, and she scores! Wow! Not even 1 minute gone here, and Zimbabwe have already scored the 7th goal. Coming in from Maya Munyanduki here. That was so quick, Setson.
Definitely quick. Zimbabwe mean business here, Michelle. I mean, straight from the halftime, and they've already scored. And like I said, this Lesotho coach's tactics are out of the window again.
And here they come again. It's Maya again with that cross into Opportunity. Opportunity now passes back to Maya. Maya just unable to keep it up here. But this is wonderful stuff we're witnessing here from Zimbabwe early on.
But where was the Zimbabwe team against Botswana, Michelle?
You wouldn't wonder, because losing, they lost that 3-0 against Botswana. But again, I think all you can say is that it's football and anything is possible.
Definitely.
And this is exactly what we're witnessing here. 7-0.
I'm talking about 7 of the very best in what is 46 minutes, Michelle. What a game we have ourselves here.
Absolutely. And perhaps many more to come. A throw in here coming in by Ivy. Yamucherera. And she finds a captain, but really picked up by Lepolesa. Here comes Lesotho now trying to push forward and perhaps get that goal. But it seems like every time Lesotho push forward, it just does not connect. Just does not get through. And that should be frustrating for them, honestly. And now, here comes Zimbabwe. That's opportunity there. Trying to look for Maya. Maya picks it up, and here she comes. Will she score this one? Just picked up by Linneo Resignalo there, the goalkeeper. Ooh, the Zimbabwean team is quite something. 4 goals now they have in terms of goal difference.
I mean, just look at that. Straight from the center there. And Zimwe onto it. And there goes Maya getting a goal. That is what? 4th goal, or is it a hat trick, Michelle?
For Maya. And that should be. She already had 2 goals in the first half. So we've got a double hat trick for Zimbabwe. Now here she comes again, looking dangerous here by Mapua! And they have done it again. My goodness, D Mapua, stronger than ever. It is 8-0. I mean, you were questioning 12 years old. I'm sorry, but It is incredible. What was I doing at 12 years old?
Definitely not scoring 4 goals in the COSAF under 15 tournament, Michelle.
No, wonderful stuff we're witnessing here. It is, we're nearly into the second half, and it is already 8-0. And Zimbabwe playing as if something is on the line, and something is on the line. A semi-final is on the line, so don't want to lose that up. Last time in 2024 they did not qualify for the semi-finals, and they are making sure that they do so here in this one. Unfortunately, only being able to get one win in the group stages last year. Hard win there coming in against Mauritius. They won 2-1, and they went on to lose to Zambia 7-2. And then they lost to Botswana again. And that last year encounter lost 3-1.
Some beautiful skill there. That is by Kumalo of Zimbabwe, doing what we call a shibobo on the Lesotho opponent there.
What a player she is. Oh, I mean, and she's still just that opportunity there. Slots it back home in the back of the net. Moment you see her with the ball, you really have to expect something of that sort. And now this corner in Zimbabwe. And it's picked up by Opportunity. Opportunity now loses it. Just unable to keep it here. It's all kept by Leketa. And push forward perhaps. And they get something out of this one, Lesotho. Absolutely not. It's well blocked. Now I think also this frustration from the Lesotho team is becoming a bit more evident now. The more they try to get forward, they just lose it, and that's we do have a player down here. Looks like it's a Letoana, who is she's up now. Definitely less players down in this encounter compared to some of the matches we've seen. Although we do have some players such as we saw Matebeho Tsihlele there having to be substituted on in the first half because of an injury, even though she was just brought on. Zimbabwe now has to go forward. Opportunity there. Loses it on to well picked up by Molete. Molete here trying to forward, and she finds. Can that goal go in? Well, you have to see. And it's a goal!
Goal for Lesotho, number 12.
That should be scored by Boiketlo Molise.
Substitution for Lesotho.
She has gotten one back.
On comes jersey number 8.
Lesotho.
Realeboha Leketo. And on goes jersey number 13.
And that's what you want at least. You don't want to not score a single goal. I mean,
yeah, no, definitely a consolation goal there from Lesotho, if anything, because 8 is definitely a mountain to climb, to be honest.
Absolutely, and there's some of the substitutions. Naholi coming on now, replacing Kurtu. "52 minutes gone here at the Higher Gengov Stadium, and it is Zimbabwe still in the lead. Got that one goal there, and then they got another one. 8-1 up now. And here this Mayana, she's coming straight just to the goalkeeper there. Maya is looking for her fourth. Lesotho at least being able to get one back. And here they come now again, able to break. And they get another one here, Lesotho. Well, most likely when it's blocked by Mapua, you have to commend Mapua for how visible she is on the field. She's not just up front, she's also out here, getting those blocks in. And it's going 1-1 here now. Lesotho, just wonderful play there we saw from the goal scorer. And it was picked up by Ramashamade. Ramashamode, pardon. Now, here she comes again. Pushing forward more now, Lesotho. And Sawana, who has been incredible this game. What's it for? That's a penalty for Lesotho. Lesotho should be happy with that one. And that was a foul on Bongiwe Lepolesa, pardon me. And it should be, that's what you want to see. More pressing up front, and you get a penalty. Now it's up to goalkeeper Yolanda. You should do something here, Nyakuchera. Will she save this one? Will this one be slotted in the back of the net? We have to find out. This is the Khali now going for it. Ah! She scores! Lesotho get 2 back. It is a goal. And they've scored here. This one by Lekhali. 15-year-old from FC Stockholm Ladies. Beautiful, composed.
Definitely they will take a penalty definitely by Lesotho there to make it, that is 8 goals to 2.
Incredible stuff here. And in this second half, just after half time, and it is 8-2. 2 goals recently scored by Lesotho. Set to now. Still pushing forward, and they're looking more determined now. I think those 2 goals certainly showing that. And here comes Lesotho now, really pushing forward. All picked up here. And will they get another one back here? And just unable to get it there. Rather falls straight to goalkeeper Isabella Nyakui. Chena there. Looking like we're having a substitution. That should be looking like it's Perpetua Chisuro coming on.
Chantal Nkute, on goes jersey number 12, Perpetua Chisuro.
All right. Perpetua Chisuro there coming on. Replacing Opportunity, who has had an incredible game, really. She has had a wonderful game. Opportunity, Mogote. Now, this again here for Zimbabwe. Maybe just unable to get anything on that one. And Lesotho still pushing forward, trying to get that 3rd goal. And you must say, something about Lebita on that right has really increased that tempo for Lesotho.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Zimbabwe just trying to make sure that they keep that blocks coming in. Now, this is wonderful football we are witnessing here at the Hage Geingob Stadium. Absolute dramatics. I think. Oh, she still has it here. That's Lepolesa. Oh, we have plans in there, but that's referee Maduba Lubang from yesterday's match. She also was in charge of officiating in that Namibia versus Comoros game. Yeah, now this free kick for Zimbabwe. Let's see if they can get a run in. It's by Ivy. Picks up Mapua here. Mapua still has it. Ivy now. Here comes the captain. And it's Wasao! just slightly off target there by Maya.
Maya getting a number of opportunities there. That is opportunity number 2 that she's gotten in front of goal and not capitalized on it, Michelle.
That should be worrisome. You don't want to keep too much of those ones going up. And Lesotho now, Lesotho really just looking like a little more team that has been. And Apua now with this chance. Whoa, that's a horrible mistake here by. Woo. Buseleto must be relieved there. Try to clear it away, but it caused more problems. And Maya had the chance. She missed again. Gotta be careful now not to make those mistakes.
There is opportunity number 3 for Maya, Michelle.
And there's a corner kick. Trying to be taken up by Mapua. They're getting it in there. Last taken away by Lehali. This one's another corner kick for Zimbabwe. Want to keep that tempo going, although it slowed down a little bit in the second half, you must say, for Zimbabwe. That's a nice strike in. Captain Chinyoko here with this one, just straight. Picked up, ran by Isabella Nyakuchera there. And Zimbabwe now with it. It's well taken away by Labita. She is causing problems, Labita. Incredible, really. Don't know what it was, but she was told at halftime, but she's been doing great. That's referee says no. Ball for Lesotho. Lesotho rather. Now, yeah, still pushing here. Lesotho. Ooh, this is a wonderful cross in here for Maya to keep going. Here she comes now. She's, well, unable to get anything from it, really. It's picked up now by Chisuro. This came on a few moments ago. And it's with Ivy now. Ivy finding Givanera, who has been really having a quiet game. 8-2 here is the score in this encounter. And that's Captain Henning is trying to perhaps just go for things herself here. Alicia Chinyoko. Now, Lesotho playing forward, and it's taken away, but they get it back now. Still making sure they keep their hopes alive in this very tournament. Whoa, this one's dangerous now. Picked up by Captain Chinyoko now, but unable to finish it off. Maybe a shot for a free kick here. No? Well, referee says play on. For Lesotho. Now they're chasing it down here. Here comes Lesotho really going for it. Molisa with this one. She's well blocked. Well blocked, really, by Kanyara. Yeah, all right, that's should be offside. There by Lesotho. So Zimbabwe now with this one. It's be taken up by Kanyara. And here they come now, Zimbabwe. Mapua chasing it down. Here comes Mapua now. She is going for it, still has it here. Well defended by Puseletso there. Incredible set of play. Passes it on to Soane. Soane still has it now. Wonderful strike, wonderful cross. Well picked up. Oh, she finished it off here now. She was really all alone there, you have to say. No one really to assist her with it. But you must say, Lesotho really much improvement from them. Maybe if they had played more like this in the first half, the scoreline would have been different. We still have a player down, Mapua looks like.
Tackles flying in from everywhere, Michelle.
Yes.
I mean, we have both Lesotho and Zimbabwe player down.
Napsa still have some players down here. And then Zimbabwe now going forward. Zimbabwe is going forward here. They're pushing for it. Will they get one here? Kumalo now going for it. Maya. And she just misses. Oh, she had so much space to finish that one.
That's chance number 4 for Maya.
Seems a bit off these few minutes. We've been having Mapua down now for this few minutes. Mapua has been down. We also have, that should be Puseletso from Lesotho also down. Lesotho.
You see the Lesotho coach there thinking, what should I do for that 6-goal comeback?
Yeah, indeed. I remember now. And also trying to and minimize Zimbabwe's goal difference as much as possible now. And just have a look at that tackle there from, oh, 2 tackles simultaneously happening with referee really didn't take action earlier, but 2 players are still down, but they are now being attended to by their medics. It is 66 minutes gone here in this Zimbabwe versus Lesotho encounter. Still 8-2. So 2 goals scored by Mapua and then Maya. And then Lesotho getting 2 back in this second half. See what this taken here now by Takliso Seboka. And it's still with, well picked up now by Maya. Here comes the captain now, Chinyoko, going for it. Just unable to finish it, but here comes Maya. Oh, should be glad with this one now.
That's 4 goals for Maya. I mean, she nice opportunity for her to redeem herself for the 4 chances missed in the space of 5 to 10 minutes.
An unselfish play there by Captain Alicia Chinyoko.
No, definitely.
Hand it over to Maya Manyanduki, who now has 4 goals in this encounter. And just looking back at that goal here, Captain Chinyoko got it nicely, unable to finish it off. Crosses it to Maya, and she makes it 9-2 here at the Hage Geingob Stadium. We're nearing the 70-minute mark. Zimbabwe have gotten another one. Setson, maybe the game we were expecting to witness here today. This is a wonderful crossing now. Here comes Kumalo. Oh, wonderful save from Vesenyalo.
Wow, a beautiful save indeed. And yes, this is not the game we were expecting, but wow, what a treat we are receiving here at the Hage Geingob Stadium. I mean, it's, Lesotho 2, Zimbabwe 9. Just look at that opportunity there, that cross. What a control there. And the finish wasn't too bad either, but goalkeeper just pulling off a great save there.
Indeed. Keep her team in the game. 6 corners to 0 so far. Lesotho yet to get a single corner kick in this encounter. Here comes Kumara Natu. Over the bar this time around. Was hoping to redeem herself there, but probably would prefer the first attempt there. Ooh, nearly picked up by Chinyoko there. Now Lesotho looking to break. Moving forward. It's Puseletso here. Finding Olete. Olete now to, well, still with Olete. Looking for the likes of Molise, but unable to get hold of her in this one. And now, here comes Lepolesa. Still has it, still chasing after it. Lepolesa now coming in strong here, into the box and shot! Oh! My goodness. Perhaps Molise would have gotten a touch to that. That was a little bit too high for her, really.
Yeah, no, just a little too high, but well played there. Beautiful cross.
We have time and space. Time and space.
Still very much in this game, you could say, Lesotho. Lesotho conceding only for the first time in this. Look to that, 9-2. Zimbabwe leading in this second half. Picked up by goalkeeper Resenyalo, who's been having a fair game so far, really. But she is down here. Perhaps looks like she's in a lot of pain. Lineo Resenyalo, the 15-year-old goalkeeper from PK Stars. Just also, we've got captain, should be captain Alicia Chinyoko there, who's also down. Perhaps some substitutions will be made here by coach Lindiwe Ndlovu. They have done less substitutions compared to, when you look at Lesotho's substitutions in this second half alone. But I'm still hoping that she's not too seriously injured. She's really been keeping her team in this one.
No, definitely. I mean, beautiful saves there to keep, especially that is Maya out. I mean, with I think 3 or 4 opportunities. So Lesotho wouldn't want to lose her. Just like Zim also wouldn't want to lose, that is their captain, who just received a yellow card for that tackle on the goalkeeper.
And she is up. It was a fantastic game. She really had an incredible game, Lisha Chinyoko. Just 15 years of age, plays for FC Platinum Royals, and is the captain of this team. Hopefully, Linea Resenyalo will be okay. The other option for a goalkeeper will be Bohlokawo Makapo. So, coach, perhaps coach Shamela Andres had to make a chance, a substitution here for goalkeeper. That will be the other option. She looks like she's in tears here too.
Yeah, no, she must be in some sort of pain there.
Well, definitely a great atmosphere at the Hage Geingob Stadium. You can still make your way here for this last group stage. You find yourself in the nearest area of Olympia here in the capital. Just seeing some of people have come out. Saw a number of them yesterday in that game, Namibia versus Comoros. A little bit of disappointment for some of those supporters yesterday. All right. Well, that seems like we will be seeing. I will be Miriam Gwenzi. Come on, the 16-year-old from Faith Drive Academy. Maybe there's the lady, young, brilliant lady there with 4 goals to her name in this game. Maya Munyanduki. What a game she's had, yes, Edson.
Absolutely beautiful game, and always eager to go. And I see that in this second half, she's of course deployed on the left flank, but still coming in to take advantage of those chances created by her team.
Indeed. She will be. Looks like Mapua, D Mapua, who has 4 goals in this one, has come off and is replaced by none other than Miriam Gwenzi there. Now, Lesotho here trying to break, still trying to get one back. Well, Lepelesa there, who has been having a great game so far, really. Getting those runs in. Unable to fit up. Zimbabwe still looking for their 10th goal as well. And here comes Captain Alicia Chinyoko now. Whoa!
What a goal!
What a goal here!
By the captain.
Whoa! My goodness, she's been really, really busy today. And she finally gets her goal. Alicia Chinyoko there, the captain, has scored goal number 10 here for Zimbabwe. The 75th minute of the game. Oh, what a strike there from her. I've seen so many of these types of goals in this tournament so far. I really think they're going to have a, just looking back, a goal there.
So, Michelle, do you think she was trying to cross, or was she attempting to score from there?
It sort of kind of you would have thought she was going to find Maya. But by the way she celebrated, it kind of seemed like she knew what she was doing. But also, as I was saying, I mean, so many of those goals we are seeing in this tournament. And, you know, you wonder, when the decision has to be made of goal of the tournament, oof, it's going to be some tough competition, isn't it, Setson?
And as you can see there, there is Lesotho 2 and Zimbabwe 10 at the Hage Geingob Stadium in the COSAFA Championship.
Absolutely, yeah. Zimbabwe in the lead, 10 goals, where you want to be.
And some showtime, of course, there. That is by Kumalo.
Picked up beautifully there by Zvinera to the captain, Chinyoko. Chinyoko here now pushing it forward to Maya, just unable to chase it fast enough. It's beautifully picked up by Linneo Resegnalo, the goalkeeper. Now, Lesotho with the ball. It falls straight to Ivy. Ivy now is being chased down by Kumalo. Kumalo just unable to keep it. And it's a throw-in for Zimbabwe. My goodness. We're having an absolute goals galore. Maybe many would not have anticipated this to be the scoreline. But again, we've been saying it's football. Oh, I hope. My goodness, that must have been very painful for just Boyket Lomolise. Hopefully, she's still up. Well, Mapua, who just recently came on, still stretching it out, perhaps confident. She's going to appear in that semi-final, so making sure it does not end here. But Kumalo here, looks like she's going to be carried off. Oh, a lot of pain here. Chitsa Kumalo. Oh, she's in lots of pain. And the goalkeeper here just looks like she's in absolute distraught. That should be Linnea Resegnano. You can feel for her. Really been putting in the work for her team, but I always say as the goalkeeper, you can't do it alone. You can try and try, but and the pieces are just not connecting. It can get frustrating. And now here comes Captain Chinyoro. Nyoko now with this striking. Oh, that was well. Based on
Michelle, I don't know if you realized earlier that Linnea was down with her hand that was hurt, and I think she re-injured that hand again, and now she's down. I'm not sure if she'll be able to continue here.
Yes, because she's been sort of giving signals of how much pain she's in. But like you said, we do have the other goalkeeper, as I mentioned, Bohlokao Makapa, 16-year-old from Murosi Ladies. So perhaps if Linnea is unable to continue, then Bohlokao there will have to step up in this one and hold it on. Hopefully she can keep it up. Hopefully she can keep that one up. Maya, there on your screen, Manya Duki, one of the players that are still on, has 4 goals, scored already, scored 3 in the first half, scored again now, so in this second half. So, hat-trick for her. Having a stellar game. Looking at our goal attempt there, it was definitely on target here. But great save once again by Linnea. Really, as we said, has been trying to put her team or keep her team in this one. There's coach Chamela Andrea. Oh, we just, you as Saxon in his shoes, what are you thinking? Not very much. What are you probably plotting? What are you as coach Chamela Andreas would be doing in that very moment?
Right now, all you're trying to do is keep the goals at the very minimum. You know, I mean, like I said, this many goals have lasting effects on some of these girls. You know, so if anything, you're just trying to keep your defense intact, and now you're having to change your goalkeeper. Yeah, it's yeah.
Just looking back on that, one of the saves that she's done, really been really instrumental, as you mentioned. There's 81 minutes gone here at the Hagengop Stadium. We're nearing the very final moments of this game. Final game of the group stages. Zimbabwe in the lead by 10 goals to 2. Zimbabwe going to half-time there in the lead with 6 goals, and came back and got those 4 goals. A little bit slow, not first and that second half from the beginning. It got 1 goal and got another one, and then they just slowed down a bit. And then Lesotho being able to really get back in the game, scoring 2. But he managed to get back in the game, and they scored 2 more, and are now 10 goals to 2 up here in this encounter. But just seeing of Isabella there, or rather Linnea still looking like she's in slight pain. Not just that part there. That goal from, wonderful goal from Chinyoko, but good feel for Linnea, because she had an absolute no chance. There's no way, can't jump high enough to get that one in. Also caught off guard probably because she thought it would have been a pass, but a celebration as well by the captain. Knew she had an incredible game this whole time.
Yeah, and Michelle, it doesn't look like she's going to continue there.
I think she's in serious pain. We had a lot of these incidents as well so far in this tournament. Goalkeepers. Yesterday we had an encounter with the captain, the goalkeeper of Komos, Ahmed Natasha, who was down so many times. She at some point came off. We thought she's not returning to the field for a couple of minutes. And And then, boom, she made a return in the final moments, just like this. So maybe we'll see a repeat of that. Just looking back at this one, there's another goal here. This one scored. Saw by Lesotho. Lesotho's second goal.
Yeah, it appears that Lesotho has used up all of their substitutions here and are forced to use one of their infield players to take up, that is, the role of goalkeeper, seeing that their goalkeeper in the form of Linneo Resegnalo is unable to continue here. We now have a player that has turned into goalkeeper, meaning Lesotho will be finishing these games with only 10 players on the field.
That is some dramatics here, Setsen. You don't want to go through this when you are 10-2 goals down, really.
Not at all. And now I'm sure Zimbabwe will be attacking for this last 5 minutes.
How unfortunate there for Linnea. Also incredible game she had, but unable to continue. And here now, we go, Zimbabwe with this one. Maya just misses it there. So too, maybe perhaps trying to keep the ball as far as possible from that 18-yard box. And that's here picked up by Kumalo. Ooh.
Another Shibobo there by Kumalo. Kumalo really turning up the style here at the stadium.
She's up all of them and she gets it. Passes it beautifully. Wow. That was beautiful to watch. Zimbabwe going for it now again. So looking for that 11th goal. And she goes again, she scores!
Another goal by Captain Chinyoko there. She said, I can do it from the left-hand side and I can do it from the right-hand side as well.
Oh!
What a goal, Michelle.
What an incredible, another one, and another one. Captain Alisa
Look at the
Chinyoko.
celebration there.
Yeah, I like that. Definitely has got it in here. Alisa Chinyoko there, 15 years of age, has scored her second goal. 5 minutes to go in this second half before we find out how many minutes will be added. And it is Zimbabwe in the lead by 11 goals to 2 here. And Zimbabwe will certainly be feeling that comfort, that confidence. They're playing like they're very confident too. Here's Zimbabwe. Incredible stuff we are witnessing here, the higher gang of stuff. This is what football is all about.
Michelle, I'm telling you, nobody would have predicted this scoreline before this game.
Absolutely. You would have heard from some, even from the sidelines you asked, and everybody saying, well, Lesotho have beaten Botswana, and Botswana have beaten Zimbabwe. So it was not looking likely that Lesotho might have been well picked up by Isabella Nyakunyere, who has not really been seeing much of the ball in these past few minutes, honestly. Finally gets a taste to it. This one's being chased down here. Zimbabwe are going for it here. Will she score? Wow! She has scored here!
What a goal!
That's exactly what you're talking about.
A goal by Perpetua Lindros to make it, that is 12 goals to 2 in favor of Zimbabwe.
Wow.
And they restore that 10-goal cushion there. What a goal, Michelle.
Indeed, Perpetua there with that goal. Just looking back at this one. And the flick also, did you see that play there? Yes! She's hurt and she's so calm and she gets it in the back of the net.
12th goal there by jersey number 12. That is, of course, Lindros to give Zimbabwe another their 10-goal cushion there.
Absolutely. That is Perpetua Lindros Chisuro. Gets it. And it is 88 minutes gone. In 2 minutes, we'll be finding out how many minutes will be added on here in this game before we hear that final whistle. But this sets it. Tactically, would you say this has worked out exactly how Zimbabwe wanted it to?
It's absolutely worked out. I mean, Lesotho had fielded an attacking formation here. Oh wow, what a save there by that is the Zimbabwean goalkeeper, who has been quiet throughout this half, but showing that she is well up to the task there is. But yeah, in terms of tactics, Michelle, definitely well executed by Zim here. Coach got it 100% spot on.
Indeed, Lesotho here trying to push forward, perhaps get at least some sort of consolation goals or goal, but unable to really get on anything from it. Suro there with that one, unable to find some of her teammates up front. It's well defended by Tundue. This one is a throw in here for Lesotho. Taken up by Lebitsa. Here comes Lesotho now looking for a third. And she goes for it just. Oh, a sidebar. Oh,
definitely a good, yeah, nice attempt there, but just hitting the side netting.
Bengwangiwe there, Le Palesa, with that one. And 90 minutes fully played here. We'll be having 6 minutes added on in this one.
Definitely not the number that Lesotho was hoping to see.
Yeah, I think they would want this game over as much as possible. This is going to continue. They will want to keep it away from Zimbabwe's attack as far as possible. So far, Lesotho still looking for that third goal. I just keep losing it though. Zimbabwe. But it's well picked up by Soana here. You're one of the few players that have been on since the start of this game. Still on here. Still pushing forward, Soana. Great game. There's Kumalo. Kumalo. This one for Zimbabwe. But it will be a throw-in, rather. It will be done by Ivy. And here comes Zimbabwe now. And they get another one in the final moments of the game. Oh, well defended. But it's picked up here by Vinera. Here comes now Zimbabwe. Loses it here. Vinera loses it and it's picked up. Oh, just unfortunate there for Molise. Straight to the hands of Isabella. Kunyana there. Look at those attempts. That's 32 attempts by Zimbabwe. And on target, 21-4.
Yeah, no, definitely showing you that Zimbabwe had serious intent from the very onset here. So yeah.
And here comes Lesotho now still pushing. This one's Molise. Molise just unable to really get hold of the Polesa there, unfortunately, and it's well picked up by Isabella. We'll be disappointed with that one. That's Zimbabwe now. Trying to chase for it here, Maya, but too late. What do you think of this substitute goalkeeper so far?
Not too bad. Well, she's conceded, I think, 2 goals already. I think in the past, 10 minutes? But yeah, very brave of her to take up the task to become goalkeeper on behalf of the team.
You're put up in a position like that, trust me, can get a bit frustrating, but I think she's been able to Just keep it up. At least Lesotho doing well to keep the ball far away from Zimbabwe. It's possible. Just about less than 3 minutes to go before the final whistle in this one. And Lesotho are still looking for a third. That's a wonderful pass there by Soane.
Yeah, definitely a beautiful pass. Soane has definitely been one of the skillful players I've seen in the tournament, to be honest. Unfortunate that she's definitely on the losing side today.
Yeah, and this is a throw in here for her. Sesson, perhaps so far your goal, I mean your player of the match in this one?
No, definitely. I think it would be Mapua, who has gone off early, the one that got a hat trick. She definitely had an amazing first half, to be honest, taking on players, like going past them like they're not even there. I mean, beautiful play by her there.
I think between her and Maya, of course also with those 4 goals, but to be honest, Mapua, just her involvement in those other goals as well.
That's correct. But don't discount the captain Chinyoka's performance as well.
Yes, she has an incredible game as well here. Oh, that's well picked up here by Lesotho now, just trying to still push forward. Just loses it out. Les still keeps it though, because it is a throw-in for Lesotho. Maybe looking for that consolation goal still. Here they come. Could be the final play of this game. It's already nearly reached the 96th minute mark. We're in the final minute of this additional or added time in this encounter at the Hagegingop Stadium. The last game of the group stage between Zimbabwe and Lesotho. Oh. Well picked up here by Zimbabwe now. They're looking for another one. They're not done yet, but just... Well, that's Natasha Clare is there. We haven't really seen much of her in this game.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Maybe and those crosses in. This could be the final whistle here. Could be the final play of the game. But not yet. And Chinyoko now trying to finish things off on a high note with a goal. And now, oof, well kicked away by Puseleto. That should be Kumara now here, going for it straight, just. And that concludes this incredible game here today between Zimbabwe and Lesotho, last year's runners-up, and they lose. It is handed here 11-2. 2 hat-tricks, one by Maya, of course there Maya Manyanduki, and then another hat-trick coming in from Di Mapua, the 12-year-old. So competition for player of the match. And you're hearing it, Maya Mapua there, or rather Di Mapua, pardon me. Finding out what a game we just encountered here, Setson.
Beautiful game of football, definitely. Just a clear indication that anything can happen in football. And there you have, that is Maya Munyanduki winning, that is the player of the match. I mean, yeah, beautiful display of football. All of those goals, I mean, there were plenty of goals for us to enjoy here. There was some showtime, that is from Kumalo, just giving the fans something to delight over there. We really had a great display of football.
Well deserved the goal of the match. I mean, rather player of the tournament of this match, Maya Manyundikwi.
And of course, she gets the match ball there for scoring. That is 4 goals.
Yes. We'll be hearing from both coaches in a moment, as well as your full-time analysis But it ends here at the Hyagengup Stadium. Zimbabwe 12, Lesotho 2. And also final game for this group stages. We'll be heading into the semi-finals. And there is D. Mapua, a 12-year-old with a match ball for that 4 goals that she scored as well. It has got a hat-trick and then scored another to have 4 goals in the back of her pocket. Group stages are officially done here, and the COSAFA Under-17 Girls Championship, driven counted for the first few days. Please, we now cross over for your post-match analysis.
Coach, congratulations with that victory over Lesotho. How are you feeling after that 90 minutes?
Thank you so much. As a coach, I'm very excited with the girls' performance. They did very well.
Coach, what were some of your messages and preparations ahead of this match to make sure that you secure that victory over Lesotho?
On our last match, we lost 3-0 to Botswana. So I encouraged the girls to shoot more on goal so that we avoid defending. Instead, we attack more. So they executed very well going forward. So that was the game plan.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Coach, unfortunate loss there for you. Talk to us about maybe what didn't work out for you on this day.
Well, a very disappointing day indeed, especially when we have 2 options, draw or win. I think it's one of the games whereby the psychological part was very important. Remember the first goal, that goal I think it had an impact into the players, especially the goalkeeper. And the last back 3. So now I think that affected them psychologically. So they didn't recover well after that. And now Zimbabwe capitalized on that. So as much as we tried to encourage them from the bench, and we are forced to make substitutions very early in the game, I think we had a lot to deal with for today.
Coach, maybe what are some lessons that you've learned from this competition moving forth, especially with you being runners-up in last year's and then having to fall out at group stages?
I think that there are many things that we're taking from this tournament. One thing is the exposure of the players. Now, this team is very new. It's a combination of new generation and the old. Now, for many of them, they're 2011s. So you see, they have a long way to play. Now, after this game, for sure, many have grown this way or other way, and which is one of the main purpose for COSAFA, which is exposing talent. But another thing, as a coach, I've learned a lot. You see, this has happened twice, whereby we are in the final. Finals are important. It's motivation to be there, and then we were whipped with a strong margin. It happened today. It says, as a coach, I need to go and review and see what is it that we're not doing, especially mentally.
Best of luck with that mission for you, Coach, and unfortunate, but all the best, Coach.
Thank you very much.
And what an enticing match, of course, ending the group stages with an impeccable 12-2 scoreline there between Lesotho and Zimbabwe. Of course, Zimbabwe is securing the last spot as they go through for the semi-finals. And what a match it was. I'm going to start off on a damper. How are you feeling after that 90 minutes and Lesotho bowing out in such a manner?
I mean, I feel for the coach at this point because there was not really much he could do in that instance. But it's sad to see that Lesotho is not going to be in the semi-finals, considering the fact that they were there last year. I think it's also very much sad for the whole team and the whole country of Lesotho.
Now, the coach did touch on the psychological aspect of things in his post-match interview, stating that they really, him as a coach, learned something because coming from last year's final, losing 15-0 to Zambia in a big match, and then coming to this one, which was yet another big match, and losing by such a margin, there must be something psychologically that he can try and improve on going into big matches like this and working on that big match temperament. What is your thoughts surrounding that?
I think it's also very important for the coach to have one-on-one conversations with his players, because it really affects the players psychologically. Just now after the match, I saw one of the players was crying. You could see that it really hit her hard. So the coach just needs to find ways and methods to strengthen the players psychologically going into matches going forward.
Now, Hafeni, in terms of your side, which would be Zimbabwe, very impressed, and your scoreline was correct except for the 2 goals that Lesotho managed to get back.
Like I said before at halftime, that no one expected this result. It was a very, very happy Zimbabwe performance from the players out there. The coach had their tactics right. You know, she really did her homework on Lesotho's weaknesses and exploited it very well.
And then maybe just exactly apart from maybe the psychological aspect of the match, what else went wrong for Lesotho on the day that could have cost them this 12-2 result?
I think the coach is not making those tactical changes within the team. Like I previously mentioned, I was hoping that it would go to a 4-man defense. I think that would have also helped Lesotho not to concede more goals getting into the second half.
Hafeni, maybe last remarks regarding some of the outstanding players. We saw 2 hat-trick balls being given there, and then of course jersey number 9 being only 12 years of age.
That's a crazy stat. Like, you know how crazy it is. She's 12, scoring 4 goals. No. No, but credit to the 2. This is Manyaduka and Mapua, scoring 4 goals each. And they were very excellent, and it was probably very hard for the selectors to select a man or woman of the match, and it went to Manyaduka, and I think rightfully deserved, because she was tormenting that Lesotho defense, left, right and center, runs behind, runs in the middle, creating goals, creating chances, taking shots, and I'm very much happy to see. I mean, while we're having the replays, you could see behind us they were dancing, they were in high spirits, and now they look forward to the next challenge, and now they set up a date with Zambia in the semi-final.
Definitely so. Now let's have a look at Group A, and just for our viewers at home, just confirmation of the final standings between these teams. Of course, Group A saw Malawi qualifying, and they were the first to do so with 6 points and a goal difference of 9, while the hosts Namibia had to bow down at second spot, but bowing out with 7 points of goal difference there and 3 on log standing. And then Comoros, of course, ending with a staggering minus 16 against them to that of the 0 log standing points. As for Group B, we of course saw loads of action happening in that group, and that was the group that had the 2 qualifications coming through. Group B, of course, saw the defending champions Zambia going through with maximum points of 6 points with a massive goal difference for 13, while Mozambique was the contender with the likes of Namibia, of course, 7 goal difference apiece, and that's where that calculations had to happen between the football mathematicians. And then, of course, the final group, which was Group C, and today's final clash, of course, Zimbabwe qualifying and going through finally in a dramatic fashion. Just before this match, they were at the bottom of the log and pushed their way up all the way and securing those 3 points. But it's that goal difference that made the difference at the end, securing them with that 7 points to get through to the semi-finals. Now, looking at that, what a dramatic ending to the group stages, Hafeni.
Yeah, I mean, it was called a group of death for a reason, eh? And all of them ended up on 3 points. You could see who started up on top. It was Botswana, and now they ended up last. Probably wondering how did they get themselves in this situation. And then Zimbabwe, who came last in the group, who started off the day last, is now first on the group. So it was a group that was really undecided, and no one could predict what was the outcome. But Zimbabwe had other plans, unfortunately, for the other two.
Unfortunately so. What a dramatic way, Lovisa, in terms of what has been transpiring on these group stages. I mean, we had a mini heart attack yesterday. If you are a Lesotho fan, definitely a mini heart attack today. So what does this mean for the competition in general?
It really just means that this competition is unpredictable, and it's also a good thing because it also shows the competitiveness of this competition as a whole. And we are so happy for the Southern region for having this improvement in different countries, and it's very good to witness.
Now, interesting fact for the viewers at home, of course, it is the battle of the Z's and the battle of the M's in the semi-finals, as Zimbabwe will face Zambia, the defending champions, and Malawi will welcome Mozambique for a bit of a rematch in that one. And what a clash that promises to be. Now, Hafeni, looking at that road to the final, what a clash to look forward to between Zimbabwe, especially if they play the way they did today, and Zambia, the defending champions.
I want this Zimbabwe. I want this Zimbabwe to show up in that first semi-final. Like, guys, this was very fantastic to see. A confident Zimbabwe who not only took it to the face of Lesotho, because remember, guys, Lesotho was finalist last year. And now Zimbabwe, out of nowhere, from the depth, came, they got the goals, and they scored the goals, and now they're in the semi-final. And if they show the same confidence against Zambia, we never know.
It's going to be the battle of the Z's. Looking forward to it, Lovisa?
I'm looking forward to it very much so. Also, in the same vein, I'm also looking forward to Malawi and Madagascar's game. It's going to be a very interesting game to look at, and I want to see who will make it to the finals.
That Mozambican and Malawian game, Hafeni, in terms of the action that we can expect on that game, what do you expect from that one?
Well, Malawi is the more experienced out of the two. So, but you see the goal difference Mozambique has gone in there. They have goals within them. So I'm expecting not really a high-scoring game because both teams can score, by a much tighter game than what we saw today. But whoever goes out of that semi-final, I'm sure that whoever meets them in the final will not have it easy.
Definitely. So your thoughts, maybe your final thoughts on that Zambia and Zimbabwe clash?
It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a very competitive and contending game. And I also just want to say that I'm also really looking forward to the Z clash. And I'm going to be impartial, not be impartial, I'm going to take a side. And I think the Zambian side will really push through and try to get to the finals.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we've got the battle of Zimbabwe and Zambia here. I hope the producers are taking note because these two want to go head to head when it gets to that semi-final. Thank you so much to the two of you. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you. Lovisa, it's been such a week, and maybe your final thoughts of just the week building up to this last game before we head into that playoff stage.
I just want to really say thank you to the COSAFA team for a well-organized tournament thus far. We really have to give them credit where it's due, and we are really looking forward to the final games.
So we've had 9 games in total and 61 goals being scored in the group stages. What are we looking forward to in the semi-finals?
Everybody that is watching, tune into MBC, tune into Kosafa TV, come to the stadium. Guys, you're missing out on goals. So I expect everybody to fill up this stadium because there are 2 fantastic semi-finals that you can look forward to, and I'm very stoked. I'm very excited.
Goosebump moments right there. Thank you so much once again to our analysts. We really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There you have it, of course. That's it from us here at the group stages of the 2025 Kosafa Under-17 Girls Championship. Do join us on Friday as we bring you the Battle of the Z's and the Battle of the M's. Of course, that's it from me, Crystal Kotza, and the entire crew working tirelessly behind the scenes to bring you this coverage. Don't forget, you can catch us on NBC2, NBC Plus, FIFA Plus, and Kosafa TV come Friday. If not, the Gigankop Stadium welcomes you with open arms. Until then, see you then.